got?
I gave them the one day.
Hello, everybody! We're going to do something a little bit different today. You can see, first off, you can't see me. You should be able to see a sign that says Trivia Maker. Here are today's categories. I'm not sure if in the future I can switch out Trivia Maker for something unique, but today is a test pilot using Trivia Maker software to present our questions and also potentially show you guys the answer after the time is up. So, we're going to give this a go. And how today's going to work, very much like before, we're going to ask the question. We're going to give you approximately 30 seconds to answer. Due to the delay of the internet, it could end up being a tiny bit less than 30 seconds or a tiny bit more than 30 seconds. But we're going to go through 5 different categories, 6 questions per category. Each category is its own record-keeping segment, and we'll let you know how everyone's doing based on your answers at that time, basically when every category finishes. It's going to look a lot like Jeopardy, and maybe one day we'll run it like Jeopardy, but today we're just going to give this a try to present the questions and answers. Cool. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, by all means pop it into the chat, and we should be able to address those. For now, let's get started. A little bit more housekeeping, just to be clear. We usually run from about 7:30 till 8:30, but when we run out of questions, we'll stop then. So that'll be 6 questions, 30 questions later. After our 30 questions, we will call it quits for tonight and do trivia next Tuesday. Before we get into anything else, in the last couple of weeks, we have skipped trivia twice, and basically, we're just trying to be sensitive to a lot of the things that are going on right now, so we decided it's best to not have a trivia night when, well, basically there's other things we should possibly be putting our attention towards. But not that those things have really changed or died down much, but here we are today. In any case, we'll get into it. So today's categories that we're going to ask questions about, to give you a heads up, put on my control app, are heroes. So heroes in the MCU. Tonight's questions are all about the MCU. Nicknames, origins, iconic items. Music of the MCU is our last category. Now, don't worry about the points here. If you get a correct answer, we're simply going to give you a point and calculate that at the end. As I said, this looks very much like a Jeopardy kind of style. And we're just going to move through the questions one category at a time. So let's see what you guys know about your heroes. All right, who is the hero who wears a robotic suit of his own invention? This one's pretty simple, folks, but we'll get you later. I'm joking, it's not a competition. Who is the hero who wears a robotic suit of his own invention? I don't have a timekeeping device. Oh, that's going to be fun every time it locks up. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I don't know where it is. Cool. Timer, alarm, stopwatch. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 15 more seconds, and then we will see who it is. Time's up, folks. It looks like Josh got the right answer. I don't know if anybody else is maybe posting on Facebook. That has happened in the past, but indeed, Iron Man, Tony Stark. All right, moving back. We're getting into the next question here. Which hero gained superpowers after Dr. Bernstein conducted a genetic splicing experiment? This is MCU, guys, but it's not in a movie. That's my hint to you. Which hero gained superpowers after Dr. Bernstein conducted a genetic splicing experiment? All right, folks, time's up on that one. Josh, you're on the ball tonight. It is, in fact, Luke Cage. Boom! All right, heading back. Next question. Who carries around a legendary hammer gifted to him by his father? Apparently, we went back to easy for this one. Who carries around a legendary hammer gifted to him by his father? Hey, we have more people! Thanks for showing up, everybody. Give you guys a couple more seconds and then confirm or deny your answers. All right, time's up on that one, folks. Looks like we have a wild guess of Thor. Yep, well, indeed, both of you get it correct. It is, in fact, Thor. Woo-woo! Playing with my toys. Okay, next question. Heroes. Who is created as a merging of Jarvis and the Mind Gem? Or Mind Stone, I suppose. This should be in our Origins category, but it's not. We have two very different answers on the board. Time's up for that one, folks. The answer we're looking for is, in fact, Vision. I thought Ultron was created as an AI, but not Jarvis and the Mind Stone. Kind of like by studying it. Whereas Jarvis was used to like counteract. Anyway, and of course the Jarvis and Vision are both voiced and played by the same actor.
Ultron came from Jarvis, but both of those created Vision, which had the Mind Stone. So it's a kind of a...
I will give you both points. It's fine. Next question, 500. Who is the Scarlet Witch's brother? Who is Scarlet Witch's brother? This is the kind of question that I would think you know more about people that actually paid attention to the MCU before the movies, because he was in the movies, but he was not in the movies for very long. Kind of like a supporting character. 10 minutes of fame. Time's up on that one, folks. And it is, in fact, Quicksilver. I just have to click the button. There we go. Good job, guys. You guys doing very well on these. I know they're not all crazy hard, but we'll get there. Here's one. Who said, "No one ever is. We don't get to choose our own time"? Start. Who said, "No one ever is. We don't get to choose our own time"? Alright, folks, time's up on that one. It is, in fact, a quote from the Doctor Strange movie. Reset, there we go. But this quote comes from the Ancient One. Pretty sure it's at the moment of her death, or pretty close to the moment of her death. Alright, so that is our first category for tonight. How are we doing on points there, darling? Josh is cleaning up by a wee bit.
Not by a whole lot. We have Josh in first and Sean creeping up behind him.
So, if this is your first night here, we let you guys know how everyone's doing with each category. So maybe you're really strong in one category, and another category totally flummoxes you. But at the end of the night, we'll give you a total as well, or at least a ranking, so you can see how you did across the whole span. Also, that means if you come in late, you still, can have your little victories, as well as potentially a large victory if you do well across the whole board. With that, let's get into nicknames. Question number 1. What is Tony's nickname for Hawkeye? There might in fact be many, but we're looking for one in particular. What is Tony's nickname for Hawkeye? A little more, I'm going to say modern. But I'll give you the answer right now because time's up. Alright, so a little more modern than Robin Hood, at least in, well, it depends on what TV show you're talking about, I suppose. But it is in fact Legolas. He calls him Legolas in one of the movies. I don't remember. There's so many of them. But that is indeed. All right, next question for nicknames. And you can tell that Tony comes up with a lot of them because the next question is, what is Tony's nickname for Captain America? What is Tony's nickname for Captain America? This a little smoother. Oh, I'm pretty sure we're getting close, but time's up there, folks. Boy Scout is one of the things that people call him, but it wasn't Tony's nickname specifically. A lot of people, I think, call him that over the time, but maybe mostly Tony. Anyway, the one we're looking for is very specific to Captain America, which is Capsicle. Apple pie. Probably also true. Probably also, again, he comes up with many. But this is what the the search for questions for tonight's game gave us. So, moving on. Next question we have. What is Tony's nickname for Thor? Specifically based off of a 1990s movie. 1990s, I think. Yeah. Just talk. What? Oh, I need one. All right, folks, time's up. Good guess there, or knowledge there, Josh. It is in fact Point Break, 1990s movie, which I think is hilarious. But that's just one of those things. Next question: what is Tony's nickname for Loki? I'll give you another hint on this one because again, there could be many. Due to his helmet. Don't mind the crunching noises in the background. That's my dog. I'm doing a thing here. Alright, couple more seconds. Alright, time's up on that one. The one we're looking for is Reindeer Games.
I like Josh's answer.
Yeah. Alright, so this is... Now, in this case, we're asking for the real name with this one. High-ranking Nazi goes by the name of Schmidt, but as of recently prefers to be called what? Maybe his real name is Schmidt. He prefers to be called this. Yes, I think so. Yes, his real name is Schmidt. He prefers to be called what? I don't know. Is your supervillain name considered a nickname? I wouldn't think so. More like a nom de plume. The name to which you write under. Hilarious. Very nice, very nice. Time's up on that one, folks. Unfortunately, I can't say that you got it, though. It is, in fact, the person whose name is Schmidt prefers to be called Shaw. And if that's also the Red Skull, then I'm mightily confused. What's a nickname given to Ant-Man by Falcon? For once, something Tony's not involved in. What is the nickname given to Ant-Man by Falcon? Joanne the Awesome. That is probably true, but not the one we're looking for. Also true. Tiny is also true. See, there's just too many of them. It goes along those lines for sure. And just to be clear, Josh, I have no problems giving you a point because I know Tiny was definitely part of it. I don't know if Coach was part of it. But the one we're looking for, and I'm way past my time here. So time's up on that one. Is Tic Tac. Pretty sure that's in the last one. Anyway, Doesn't matter. Moving on. Alright. How are we doing on nicknames, hon? That was our 6 questions.
That one was a little harder for them. Josh kept the lead.
So many to choose from.
With 2 points. And Sean had 0 for that round. Although if you count the Red Skull, they kind of both got that one.
Okay. I just want to... Nope, that's not it. I wanted to Google Ant-Man nicknames to see if, there was ones that we missed. What does Tony Stark call Ant-Man?
It wasn't Tony Stark that called it.
I know. That's not... Pissant isn't really a nickname. Alright, we'll move on. But I like to give credit where credit's due, whenever possible. That's not what I need. Not what I need. I need this. Okay. Gonna move on to Origins. Question number 1. That's my OBS. No. Sorry, I'm having a moment here. I was on the wrong tab. There we go. What turned Steve Rogers into Captain America? What turned Steve Rogers into Captain America? I did warn you guys, some of these questions are kind of hard. Wait till we get to the music thing. If you don't know your music, like, I love music, but I wouldn't be able to answer these. Not at all. It might be. We pulled these questions with the aim of the MCU in general, but some of the X-Men stuff got crept in there. So it is quite possible. Wait, what? Super Serum or Super Soldier Serum, both work for me. Awesome. Super Soldier Serum. I just officially put in the time's up. Question number 2, Origins. What organization trained the Black Widow? You don't have to get very specific with this. I don't really like the answer, but it is true. It is the organization that trained the Black Widow. You know what? I said we pulled these questions. I don't know where from, because you do all the research, Charlene. But I'm not, not pointing fingers here. But the answer given is very, very generic. But the answer I just researched is way more specific. So we're gonna go time's up on that one. And I don't know what the hand is, John. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Technically, KGB would be right.
Yeah. So. What we have is the Soviet Union. KGB is part of the Soviet Union, but by looking it up in the MCU, the actual answer that they would be looking for, or would be most accurate, is the Red Room. Okay? The Black Widow program is the Red Room. Top secret Soviet brainwashing training program. So gentlemen, I'm not going to do points for either one, because KGB is its own thing. It is Soviet, but it is its own thing. It's me being tough but fair. Sorry, guys. Alright, who gave Ant-Man his suit? If you're good with names, this should be easy. Who gave Ant-Man his suit? Time's up on that one, folks. You are correct. It is, in fact, Hank Pym. Now, unfortunately, I would say Ant-Man has a pretty limited career because who can fix his suit once Hank dies? Like, nobody.
His daughter?
Maybe. Next question. What city did the Iron Fist train in? What city did the Iron Fist train in? We have a little bit of Netflix MCU mixed in here. Alright, time's up on that one, folks. The answer we're looking for is Kunlun.
Which I believe is also Cloud City.
Yeah, I was just trying to look that up. But I didn't find anything in my original search. Sean, is that also a reference to Kunlun that you're aware of? Again, we try to, give people, if we know what you're talking about and it is correct, we try to give you the point. But I don't know that is, so I'm trying to bridge the gap. We'll move on and see if we can figure that out.
I'll check.
And Crystal will check to see if that's also correct. Alright, moving on. Next question. Who abducted Peter Quill as a child? Oh, Cloud City. Where Londo is? Londo? Yeah. Who abducted Peter Quill as a child? Clearly the abduction gave him superpowers. Time's up on that one, folks. The answer is, in fact, yes, Yondu. Good job, gentlemen. Last but not least in our origin story, question 6. Which device was born from flashes of genius without which there would be no Iron Man? And this could also be in our iconic items category, which comes up next. Which device was born from flashes of genius without which there would be no Iron Man? Time's up on that one, folks. We're looking for Arc Reactor. Good job, Josh. All right, how did they fare with Origins?
All right. We have... Josh with... Give me a minute. 4 points. And Sean with 3.
Very close, gentlemen. Very close. If anybody's out there coming in late, by all means, jump in. We look at every category separately, as well as the span of the whole night. So yeah, get your answers in and see how you do. Moving on, iconic items. Question number 1. What ancient cube of energy was once owned by Odin? What ancient cube of energy was once owned by Odin? Time's up, folks, and good job on that one, gentlemen. It is, in fact, the Tesseract. Moving on to question number 2. What material is Captain America's shield made out of? I should only give you guys 10 seconds for this one, but I'm going to give you the full 30. What material is Captain America's shield made out of? Time's up on that one, folks. The answer is vibranium. Good job, Josh. The question mark is not counted against you. I think, Sean, you're thinking of X-Men, right? Wolverine, adamantium. Next question.
And possibly his first shield?
No, they're all vibranium. Vibranium was considered to be ultra, ultra rare with the first shield, and then, of course, you got a replacement shield once they got a better source for it. Stop. Reset. Which item solves problems through percussion maintenance or shocks of lightning? Which item solves problems through percussion maintenance or shocks of lightning?
Good wordsmith.
Can't turn the fan on though. It messes with the microphone. Thanks, darling. Time's up on that one, folks. Excellent job, gentlemen. It is, in fact, Mjolnir. I don't know. Do you say the J? I'm not very proficient with my Norse, yes. Let's go with Norse. Which item hides and protects the Time Stone when in the hands of Doctor Strange? Which item hides and protects the Time Stone when in the hands of Doctor Strange? Time's up on that one, folks. You are correct, gentlemen. It is the Eye of Agamotto. Moving to the next question. Question number 5. Which product is used by the Kree to exterminate a failed experiment? Could be also, I guess, which item, but it was termed as a product. Which product is used by the Kree to terminate a failed experiment? Kind of weird that it's called a product, considering
they made many things, and this was one of their products.
Right. Yes, but it has like the word "the" in front of it. A product is like an iPhone, right? But not an
That's
individual.
what it is. The iPhone is used to terminate failed experiments.
Oh, time's up on that one, folks. The Psychotron. That's a pretty good guess, but the one we're looking for is the Monolith. Last but not least, question number 6. Iconic items. Which item is telekinetically controlled by Yondu? Which item is telekinetically controlled by Yondu? The whistling arrow thing is not the name of the item, though. It is accurate, but it's not the name of the item. I wouldn't have been able to guess this either if I didn't look it up. Oh, and yeah, that's past time.
So are they getting points for arrow thing? Or are we looking for the specific name of the arrow?
In this case, we're looking for at least a bad spelling of the actual name. Right? Because these are all items which have a name, which is the point. Anyway, the answer we're looking for is the Yaka arrow. Alright, how do we do with iconic items?
Alright. Josh had 4 and Sean had 2.
Sweet.
Good job, guys. One more round to go.
Last round, music of the MCU. They've put together a great score with most, if not all, of the movies. Let's see what we can recall. What is the opening song in Guardians of the Galaxy 1? What is the opening song in Guardians of the Galaxy 1?
We warned you this one was going to be a little tricky.
Yeah, well, we went with the category because there are music buffs out there who would know this stuff. Just not me. All right, well, time's up on that one. The opening song for Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. Question number 2. What Ramones song is used in Spider-Man Homecoming? What Ramones song is used in Spider-Man Homecoming? That must not be too bad today because you guys are answering pretty much straight after I asked the question, which is awesome. Time's up on that one. You did, in fact, get it correct. Sheena is a punk rocker. I don't think so, unless they had 2 Ramones songs. But the one that we were looking for, because it's definitely in there, is Blitzkrieg Bop. All right. We should look that up just in case. Music of the MCU, question 3. What is the opening song in Iron Man? That's Iron Man 1. What is the opening song in Iron Man?
Just another Ramones song.
Very close, Josh. Very close. Time's up on that one, folks. It is, in fact, Back in Black by AC/DC. Moving on. Question number 4. What song is played in Black Panther after Claw? I don't know how to say that. It says, put some music on. What do you think this is? A funeral. What song is played in Black Panther after Claw says, put some music on? What do you think this is? A funeral. This is hard. This one's hard, for sure. It's not an opening scene. It is a very specific scene. By the way, this scene is the car fight chase scene that, you know, many things happen. But there's maybe not even lyrics to this. Some Justin Timberlake. I don't think it was. Time's up on that one, folks. The song is Ops by Eugen Blackrock and Vince Staples.
Taylor Swift. I don't think it's Taylor Swift.
That would be hilarious.
Eugen Black Panther.
And awesome. Well, art is still art. Question number 5. What song is played in the bar that Thor is drowning his sorrows in? What song is played in the bar that Thor is drowning his sorrows in? Famous enough to get their song in the movie. Other than that, I've never heard of them before. Friends in Low Places. It's a good guess, but it's not correct. I shouldn't tell you that until the end, but it's true. It's not correct. Time's up on that one, folks. What do we have here for answers? Even a Thunder God Gets Lonely Sometimes by Vince Staples. Josh, you have a sense of humor. No, the song played in the bar while Thor is drowning his sorrows is Walk by Foo Fighters. And our last question of the evening. This actually turned out pretty well. We're only about 15 minutes earlier than we usually are. And probably next time we'll have a whole 6-column to go by, or a different format altogether. Who knows? Our last question of the evening, written specifically for the Avengers. What song is the first new material from this band in 15 years? Written specifically for the Avengers, what song is the first new material from this band in the last 15 years? I believe it was Avengers 1.
The Avengers.
Yeah. I wouldn't have guessed this. I didn't know that they actually had stopped making music. But time's up on that one, folks. By about 10 seconds or so. That's fine. Anyway, the answer is Live to Rise. Live to Rise by Soundgarden. So apparently after 15 years of hiatus, Soundgarden did, I guess, stop making music a while. And then they came back and made this one. So I hope that was fun, entertaining, maybe even educational. But it was a lot of fun with you, hanging out with you guys. Your answers are hilarious, or factual, like accurate, which is good. But that's pretty much it for this week. We'll be back next Tuesday to do our next one. But we don't have a theme yet. So if you guys have an opinion, something you'd like us to do trivia night on, please go to our Facebook page and post that there so that we have a record we can refer back to on Sunday night or some other time when we put together our research. And we'll have your input. We like to do the stuff that you guys like to do trivia on, because without you, there's not much point in doing this. So please let us know what you'd like us to do trivia on by posting on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/writeisgame, I'm pretty sure, for the URL. Yeah. Hey, look at that! My wife is so on the ball. Please not The Office or Friends. We did Friends a while ago. There's a trivia game made by Trivia Pursuit or somebody that we used there. Oh, it's called, what was it called? Some crazy thing from Friends.
Bamboozled or something?
Yeah, they made up a game in Friends. Well, that's what the game was called. Anyway, it's a trivia game based on... We already did that. We may do it again sometime in the future, but we try not to do the same subject too close to one another. If we ever did The Office... I know you're saying don't do it, Josh, but if we ever did The Office, I can tell you that I would know nothing about it. I've never watched The Office. I know that makes me a horrible person to some people, but I've never watched The Office. And any other thoughts that were here? Oh yeah, Josh, 17 points, awesome. Sean, nice follow-up. Facebook.com, Write This Game, folks. Plug in your ideas. We'll choose one for next week, or you'll just leave it to us to choose by ourselves, and well, we all know that can be dangerous. So we'll see you guys then next week. Oh, last but not least, folks, tell all your friends. If this is fun, have a laugh with them. It's not always about being right, but just about kind of doing things and maybe getting steeped in some geek culture, which is kind of what we aim for. But yeah, by all means, bring out folks. You can all laugh together and I guess make fun of each other afterwards. That's what you do with friends, right? Anyway, folks, we will see you all next week.